Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window today, and the clouds slowly rolled in. We had a nice clear start to the day and then cloudiness and showers around much of north central Washington, low-hanging clouds from mid-afternoon, and this is kind of our forecast as we get you into the upcoming weekend. I think you're going to like it. Tomorrow it's going to be a little bit wet as well, especially in the morning, maybe a few scattered showers by afternoon. Warmer Friday, and by Saturday, sunshine with temperatures in the mid-60s. And we'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. Now, here are a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The Eastmont School Board outlines its process for replacing Joy Dawe after her resignation. Douglas County has begun the process of staffing up its new Office of Public Defense. And incumbent 8th District Representative Kim Schrier has far and away raised more money than all of her announced opponents combined in her 2022 re-election bid. But first, our top story tonight. The median sales price of a home in the Wenatchee market last month was up more than $56,000 compared to March of 2021. The latest report from Pacific Appraisal Associates lists the March 2022 median sales price at $466,450. That's compared to $410,000 in March of last year, up 14%. Total sales are down 20% compared to March of 2021, with 70 sold homes last month compared to 88 in March of 2021. And year-to-date sales are down 22% over the same time period. The bright spot in the report was the active sales were up 47% compared to last year, with 44 homes on the market last month and 30 in March of 2021. Residents in the Eastmont School District have 1 week to nominate a replacement for its resigning school board member. Joy Dawe resigned from the board in March after just 3 months as a member. Any resident of the district may nominate a replacement, but that replacement must live in the position for sub-district that Dawe served. Nominations close next Friday, April 29th. The remaining school board members must make the final appointment. They're expected to choose a successor on May 23rd. Douglas County has begun the process of staffing up its new Office of Public Defense. The county began advertising this week for 2 full-time public defense attorneys at a minimum of $87,000 a year, as well as an office administrator at about $59,000 per year. The new office, led by Jesse Collins, will help felony defendants who are unable to afford their own lawyers. Douglas County Commissioners created the office earlier this year, saying their old system of contracting with outside attorneys had become too expensive. Well, incumbent 8th District Representative Kim Schrier has far and away raised more money than all of her announced opponents combined in her 2022 re-election bid. On March 31st, Schrier, a 2-term Democrat, reported almost $5 million on hand. 5 other candidates have filed with the Federal Elections Commission to run for the 8th District seat, 4 Republicans and an independent. 3 of those Republicans, Reagan Dunn, Jesse Jensen, and Matt Larkin, were extremely close in their fundraising totals as of March 31st. Jensen, who lost in the 2020 general election to Schrier, has raised $816,000. Larkin, who lost in the 2020 primary election, has raised $629,000. And King County Councilman Reagan Dunn reported raising $605,000. This seat has been targeted by both parties as important to determining control of the House. The August 2nd primary election will narrow the race down to the top 2 candidates for the November ballot. Well, when we come back, Cascade High School in Leavenworth has a new interim principal while the school district seeks a full-time replacement. A positive test for COVID-19 kept Public Lands Commissioner Hillary Franz from attending a wildfire readiness event near Chelan on Tuesday. The Chelan Douglas Health Board plans to return to in-person meetings as the COVID threat recedes. And Grant County has a new tool in its efforts to convince motorists to buckle up. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Right now is the best time to buy an RV, and the best place is Click It RV in Moses Lake.
I drive a Click It RV.
Right now, Click It RV has spring discounts that deliver you unbeatable savings on travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, Class A or C motorhomes, both new and used, and more. Get the best deals and the lowest financing and the lowest price guarantee.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
So don't miss the spring sale in Moses Lake.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro? You probably already are.
And check out all 4 Click It RV dealerships for your best locations.
Welcome back. In another news, Cascade High School in Leavenworth has a new interim principal while the school district seeks a full-time replacement. Rudy Hoya has been assistant principal since 2017 after serving as dean of students at Wenatchee High School. He will now serve as Cascade's principal through the 2022-2023 school year. Cascade School District has been seeking to hire a principal since March. The search was complicated last week when one of 2 finalists for the position withdrew and the district search committee couldn't reach a consensus on the other. Well, a positive test for COVID-19 kept Public Lands Commissioner Hillary France from attending a wildfire readiness event near Chelan on Tuesday. However, that didn't stop wildfire-ready neighbors from kicking off its annual awareness drive. The program from the Department of Natural Resources aims to help homeowners prepare their properties to resist wildfire damage. Johnny and Sarah Cinder are the program captains in Union Valley, a rural neighborhood where the threat of wildfire is constant every summer.
As the years went on, we took on every time we got a chance to with DNR to take advantage of their program to clear this property. We started off around our houses and stuff to keep that 30-foot barrier, extending that to 100-foot. And then now, as you can see, all of our property, we've got 40 acres here, has all been cleared, and now we just pull maintenance on it. But none of that would have been really possible to us if it hadn't been for the help from DNR. I can't speak highly enough of those people.
Next month's meeting of the Chelan-Douglas Board of Health is likely to be in its first in-person meeting since March of 2020. The board, which oversees the Chelan-Douglas Health District, decided on Monday its next monthly meeting would be a hybrid with an online Zoom option for those not attending in person. Board members have not all met in the same room since the COVID-19 pandemic began, but declining case numbers have made public meetings less risky.
I understand the challenges that it faces, but I would still support moving into in-person meetings.
I completely agree with Mayor Crawford.
We're trying to shoot for a May or a June date to do an in-person date. And perhaps what we may look at is the CTC would allow us that ability to do that. And perhaps we may be looking to the CTC as the location, which would not only allow for members of the community to join us in person if they wish, because of the room that would be available, it has the technology available, as well as the ability for us to have that hybrid.
We've done some reorganizing. The classroom in the lower level of the Chelan Douglas Health District is available to meet, and it can have a capacity, I believe, up to around 50 individuals. And so we could start there, but if we outgrow that space with public interest and with the new board size, we'll be looking at other venues, as Commissioner Bay has suggested.
Grant County has a new tool in its efforts to convince motorists to buckle up. This week, Central Basin Target Zero unveiled the Seatbelt Convincer. The device simulates the force you would experience in a crash traveling at 5 to 15 miles per hour. The Seatbelt Convincer will be showing up at community events throughout Grant County so people can experience it firsthand. Central Basin Target Zero said seatbelt usage is at 94% statewide, but unrestrained motorists remain the top behavioral factor in serious or fatal injuries in Grant County. The purchase of the Seatbelt Convincer was made possible through a grant from State Farm Insurance. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Do you have old or unused prescription medications lying around? You can now safely and anonymously dispose of them at a safe medication return kiosk near you. Just visit your nearest location. 75% of opioid misuse starts when someone uses medication that wasn't prescribed for them. By removing unwanted prescriptions from your home, you're helping to keep your loved ones safe and healthy.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Don't miss the 2022 Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival. You'll enjoy a wide variety of jazz, breathtaking lake and vineyard views, and fabulous wine. The festival features 50 shows at 14 wineries and venues over 4 days. Imagine a musical tour around the beautiful Lake Chelan Wine Valley. Grab your friends and get your tickets to the 2022 Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival, May 19th through the 22nd.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Earth Day is this Friday with celebrations already underway throughout north central Washington. Wenatchee Valley College has been holding events all week, and Chelan's annual Earth Day Fair was last Saturday. And this Saturday, all sorts of activities are planned at Pybus Public Market in Wenatchee. In tonight's feature story, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz talked with Betsy Dudash and Jana Fishback from Sustainable North Central Washington about the event and the difference they hope to make.
We've got a lot of returning booths. We're going to have 30 booths there, and so a lot of people coming back, but some fun new things. We're adding a silent auction. It's going to be in the boardroom, so the room just adjacent to the event room, and so some fun auction items there. Yeah. We've got a few new people coming. We've got the Kashmir Middle School bike group that fixes bikes, so they're giving away free helmets, and you can bring your kid's bike or your bike down to get it fixed. And even, I think, offering some lessons on how to ride a bike. We've got an e-bike, Green Motion e-bikes are coming, and they're going to be showing off their bikes, so that's something new. What else do we have that's new?
Spring Mountain
Homestead,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a sustainable farm up toward Orondo, I want to say.
I'm not sure
that
where they're
area.
Located. Yeah,
they're going to be there, and
they'll be bringing farm fresh eggs to sell and goat milk soap, and
and educating people about sustainable farming.
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes we preach to the choir a little bit. The people that we talk to at our events are really into it. And so we might just be encouraging those people who are already interested with an open mind on what they can do in their daily lives to make a difference. And so that's great. If we reach other people who are kind of interested in maybe starting their journey towards sustainability, that's great too. We're definitely not out to, do anything political or, you know what I mean? We're all about volunteer behavior change. So whatever people might be interested in doing.
So what we've found is that, say, for instance, Jan and I have talked about worms, composting with worms. We just did it twice in the 2-week period or in a 1-week period. And we find that on the individual level, people who are concerned are willing to make those changes. They want to invest the time learning and making perhaps slight behavioral changes, but over time, those slight changes on, that one person or a family makes, they really add up. They can make substantial differences.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Wednesday. Boy, hard to believe it's April 20th and 420 weather today. We saw a lot of increasing clouds throughout the day. You can see that just briefly as we touch on the picture behind me at Lake Wenatchee. We saw those clouds increase today, and that kept our temperature down just a little bit. 52, our unofficial high today. 63 is where we should be normally for this time of year. How about this? To 86 degrees back in 2016. Boy, that's well above normal just 6 years ago. 32 our low this morning, 41 is normal, and 27 our record low, and that was set back in 1961. That will be adjusted when we talk again tomorrow night. We've been seeing some rain showers throughout north central Washington. Sunrise 6:03, and the sun sets just 3 minutes before 8 o'clock now at 7:57. Taking a peek at your Thursday temperatures, it's going to be a wet one tomorrow too, especially in the morning, giving way to partly cloudy skies, and that'll allow the Columbia Basin to climb in the mid and upper 50s for highs. 56 back in Wenatchee, 55 for Leavenworth and Cashmere, and a little bit warmer too in Eniat, Chelan, and Omak at 56 for your Thursday high temperature. Tonight we can expect cloudy skies. Here's our big weather maker. This area of low pressure off the coast, it's bringing clouds and moisture our way. We do expect rain showers to continue and then taper off a bit overnight with lows in the upper 30s. Here's our situation as you make your morning commute tomorrow. It's going to be a rainy one, giving way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Most of our morning moisture will move into western Montana. It will be warmer too, with highs generally in the mid to upper 50s for Friday. This is where the nice weather begins. A ridge of high pressure beginning to build. It will warm up with highs near 60 for Friday, and this weekend just looks spectacular. Sunny skies on Saturday, all up and down the west coast, with high temperatures on Saturday in the mid 60s. That's right, finally back and even a little bit above normal. Sunday still nice, mostly sunny skies and mild. Again, temperatures on the warm side with temperatures in the mid 60s. As we get you into the first part of next week, Monday, things will begin to change a little bit. We do have another area of low pressure coming down from the Gulf of Alaska, and here's the frontal boundary. That means rain likely, especially late in the evening, and this will be our situation around 10 o'clock. And then look at Tuesday. This is your morning commute for Tuesday. Rain showers are likely, a little bit better by afternoon as that fetch of moisture moves into the Idaho Panhandle area, and it will be a bit cooler Tuesday too, with high temperatures in the upper 50s. 7-day forecast now, 38 your overnight low tonight. Morning rain showers, it probably will be likely tomorrow. 56, 61 on Friday. Look at that weekend. 64 and sunny Saturday. We'll see 65 on Sunday, 63 with showers late in the day on Monday, and then rain is likely for Tuesday and a bit cooler with highs of 58. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's going on 4 decades of doing business in the Wenatchee Valley. And I want people to know that it matters. It matters to me that people choose to do business with us. It matters that people trust us. Trust us. That matters more than anything.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
Good Wednesday, sports fans. Dan Kuntz in the Sports Basement filling in for Eric Granstrom. The long ball and good pitching from Robbie Ray. You put those two things together, you get a nice Mariner victory. 6-1 the final last night at T-Mobile Park. 6-2 actually. Home runs from Gino Suarez, Jared Kelenic, and Abraham Toro. Robbie Ray pitched well. 6 strong innings. Highlights.
Rangers still looking for their first series win. Suarez, center field, and deep. And gone. Suarez on an 0-2 pitch. 3-run home run, and the Mariners up 3-0. First pitch swing, and that is a bullet to right field. Stay fair, and it does. His second home run of the year, both off that fair pole out there in right field, and both hit really hard. There you go. And that's in play and deep to right field. And that one's going to leave the yard. Calhoun looking up. And Toro has given the Mariners a 6-2 lead. You mentioned power from the left side, Blow? Yep, there it is. For Toro, his first home run of the year. If you see Tracer, fastball right at the top of the zone, 92 miles an hour. I think it's a pretty good ride. It's a cool evening out here. Exit velo at 102, 395 feet.
Manager Scott Service loves the way Robbie Ray pitches. He comes right at hitters, even if he doesn't have his best stuff.
People know he's going to come right after them. So you see hitters when they get in there, they are aggressive. They do not want to get to 2 strikes against him, nor should they. You know, this guy struck out 245 guys last year. So they're aggressive, and he's got enough life on the fastball, even when it's not bumping the 5s and 6s. It's got enough life, and he's deceptive. It plays up, and he gets a lot of pop-ups, easy outs, early and count outs, and that's why he's able to go deep in ball games. So really, really happy with the start that he's off to. Maybe not quite as sharp as we've seen him at some outings, but very aggressive in the strike zone. Got after it and got the ball rolling in the right direction for us. Obviously, Gino's home run there in the first inning on an 0-2 slider. Man, he hits the ball in the air and it just keeps going. Put some kind of backspin on it, and you know, it's going to be a fun year to watch, especially when it starts to warm up a little bit. But he hit the tar out of that one. You know, Kelenic, another homer off the foul pole. You know, he needed a few things to start going his way. So good game all around. Really happy with the way our bullpen's throwing the ball right now. Our defense was solid. So nice way to start this series and continue on a productive homestand.
Mariners Rangers will do it again tonight. 6:40 first pitch at T-Mobile Park. It is Logan Gilbert and Dane Dunning. That will be on Root Sports Northwest, as will the Kraken. Will be playing at the same time. They're taking on the Colorado Avalanche. The Colorado has already clinched the Western Division. They're currently tied with Florida for the best record in the NHL. Seattle looking for their very first ever 3-game winning streak. Now, they'll drop the puck at 7 o'clock, so there are 2 choices here. It will be broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. If you have Local-Tel cable, we think they're going to split the Kraken and the Mariners up. It'll be on either Channel 35 or 38. We had the beautiful game on TV last night. The Eastmont Wildcats hosting the Moses Lake Chiefs, and Tyrell Malcolm was the hero. He scored twice, and others as well, including an own goal. Sebastian Moraga and Neil Oyston had the call right here.
Good through ball. Orlando Maldonado into the box. One waiting inside. Well surrounded. However, oh my goodness. And the ball bounces off the feet of Jackson Taylor Mose and gives Eastmont a 1-0 lead. Leon, the shot. Leon! And it bounces off the wall and into the back of the net. Yeah. The series of unfortunate events continues to beguile and bedevil the Moses Lake Chiefs. Taylor Mose nimbly stolen away by Edgar Leon. Leon and Malcolm into the box. Malcolm, one more touch, sweeps away, and he managed to sink it in. What an effort by both Revuelta Sanchez and Malcolm. There's the whistle, the shot, And that one goes to the back of the net. It is 4-0 Eastmont. That's what I love about this sport. You never know what you're going to encounter. And this is going to be the turn, it looks like, Mr. Malcolm. Malcolm, a slight hesitation. The shot. And this time to the other corner, making it 5-0 Eastmont. Oh, this could be interesting. Into the box we go. It's the shot, and it sails past the goalkeeper, and Moses Lake has his first tally of the game. Number 11, Oscar Garcia. Miranda, gentlemen. Into the box we go now. Right-footed shot over the head of the diving goalkeeper, and that was number 6 right there. And instead, Mr. Romero listens to the final whistle. The score, closing this one out, 5 for Eastmont, 1 for Moses Lake.
To what do you attribute the confidence with which this team seems to be playing?
I think honestly in practice it's just how everybody just feels connected, and we just feel like a family in general. So I feel like that'll help us in the game overall. But a lot of it is just due to coaching and just all the players being well connected off and on the field. So that's, I think, where we get it.
Now tell me a little bit about the goals heading for the rest of the season.
We're just trying to play every game like it's our only game to play, and we just have to finish the game that we're playing that day so we can focus on to the next one after that.
The game of the night last night, though, was across the river at Lieboff Field at the Apple Bowl. It took a shootout, but the Wenatchee Panthers eventually knocked off the Eisenhower Cadets. The final there was 3-2. Also on the Les Schwab soccer scoreboard, East Valley of Yakima edged Afraid at 3-2. Quincy shutting out Chelan 2-0. Manson over Okanagan 3-0. Brewster all over Tenaska 7-3. Bridgeport down to Orville 5-1. One game on the pitch today in soccer. It's Omak hosting Chelan at 4 o'clock. To the Les Schwab Prep baseball scoreboard. You can make it 9 in a row for the West Valley Rams. They were victorious over Eastmont yesterday. The final was 4-0. Brody Mills, 15 strikeouts for West Valley. Moses Lake 10-run Wenatchee. Quincy caught Cascade. Cashmere crushed Omak 21-0. Brewster edged Liberty Bell in a clash of two pretty good B teams. 7-2. Moses Lake Christian edged Pateras in baseball, and Okanagan topped Lake Roosevelt. One game this afternoon. It is Pateras hosting Manson at 4:30. Eastmont continues to win and win often in fast pitch softball yesterday. They defended their home field against West Valley, make it 4 in a row for Eastmont, 10-2 over the Rams. Excuse me. In other action, Cascade swept a doubleheader from Quincy. Cashmere beat Omak. Lake Roosevelt swept 2 from Elmira, Cooley, Heartline, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Tenasket trounced Soap Lake. That's a correct score, by the way. Waterville Mansfield is undefeated, remains undefeated. Victorious 13-11. One game on the schedule today. That's Okanagan and Lake Roosevelt. And we'll have live fast pitch softball right here on Friday afternoon from Walla Walla Point Park. It is the Wenatchee Panthers and the Moses Lake Chiefs. Facebook at 4 o'clock, TV at 6:30. And those are just some of the games that people are playing in the sports basement. Grant, back to you.
I hear you, Dan. Thank you very much. And we're going to go right back to Dan Kuntz now for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, my guest, Mama Kay McKellar. If you have a fire at your house, it really helps that the fire department knows where to find you. That's where these things come into hand. That's what we're talking about, aren't we, Kay?
That's right. It's very important that we know where you are, not just the fire department, but our EMS folks, our law enforcement folks, even the mailman or the FedEx man. I talked to one the other day. He said, I don't know where these people are. I said, well, we're working on that to try to get more signs out in our entire valley.
That's what we're going to be talking about on tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with me and Mama Kay. Grant, back to you.
Dan and Kay, thank you very much. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.